So I was like, well, I'm going to go meet Bigelow. Why not, right? I mean, the guy is like, he's gotten all the contracts. Now, what was really funny was, I didn't realize this till later, Robert Bigelow at the time was actually, and I'm convinced of this, he was fishing to see what my next move was going to be. He wanted to know what I was up to, because he was asking me like, "Oh, what's your next thing? You know, maybe I'd finance it." You know, he just wanted to know. He wasn't going to finance anything I wanted to do. He just wanted to know, and I'm pretty sure of that. But I said to him at one point, I was like, "Well, you know, whose side are you on?" Because every case that I'm looking into, particularly the case of the United States and international cases too, I get people saying, "Oh, well, Bigelow's organization came and took all that evidence," and I kept hearing that. It's like, so what are you doing with all this evidence and stuff? Anyway, he says, James, do you, James, do you understand the implications of disclosure? And I said, I'm not really giving it too much thought. Why? He goes,
meaning the implications of disclosure.
If this story really came out.
Okay.
Okay, so Robert Bigelow said to me, "They're walking among us." I said, "What do you mean they're walking among us?" He said, they're walking among us. They live right here, kind of thing. So again, I'm looking at him going, I need to see, I'd like to see some proof of that.
Right.
But then he said, we've done studies. We've done extensive studies on the impacts of this story would have on the general population globally. And I said,
Interesting.
Okay, well, like what kind of studies? He goes, well, you take Iran-Contra and you take all these other like super big scandals and you multiply those, every one of them that's ever happened in the history of mankind, in modern history, and then you multiply that by 1 million, and that's the impact, according to our studies, that this reality would have on the general public. He said the economy would collapse, organized religion would collapse, and he just rattled off all that.